Look at new TV shows continues. Today we are looking at the season 2 premiere of Glee. I was a late bloomer to Glee. I was one of those people that made fun of my wife and some friends I had for watching Glee because I was like, that looks lame. And then my wife finally convinced me to watch an episode, and I was like, oh dang, this is pretty good. And then I ended up watching the whole season in like a week, and I loved it. So I was really excited to watch the season premiere of Glee. It's like having a friend that you were friends with and then they moved away for a little bit and then they came back in town to visit and you're like, yay! So I was really excited to have my friend Glee back. All that to say, though, I wasn't really, that thrilled with this new episode. I thought it started off really funny with that Jewish guy and it kind of recapped, everything that we've been missing. And it was like, oh, that was a really inventive way to do that. And kind of a inventive way to make fun of the show and make fun of the haters, and I thought that was pretty clever. Then we get introduced to Coach Beast, which is replacing Ken Tanaka out of nowhere. And she's like a man-woman who's like in charge of the football team. And so now that they're going to try to focus on the football team, they cut some money from the Cheerios and from Glee, which then causes Will and Sue to team up. Which at first was really cool, but then, after a while you're like, oh, that's not like you, Will. And then, eventually he gets better. They introduced 2 new characters. One girl named Sunshine, who is like an exchange student. She's got a killer voice. And then this other guy, for those like Justin Bieber fans, his name is I don't even remember his name, but his real name is Cord Overstreet. What a crazy name! That sounds like a name that would be in Glee, not in real life. But I digress. This new guy, we'll call him Cord because I can't remember his real name or his fake name. Cord is he's pretty much kind of taken over Riley's place. He becomes the new captain of the quarterback. He's kind of too cool for Glee right now, even though he can sing. Then there's Sunshine, who Rachel's really jealous of and tries to, make her not successful. But then eventually everyone's like, oh, we need her. And then they bring her on and she does an amazing song. And then everyone's like, yay, we love you. But then you find out that there's a new director of Vocal Adrenaline who then takes her and, so she's gone. Presumably we'll see her again, later in the season as she's like headlining the Vocal Adrenaline team. They did a lot of rap, which I'm not too big of a fan when they do rapping. Billionaire was cool, but then they did New York, which I don't know. It just wasn't that cool. Here's my other complaint. I feel like they focus too much on the new characters, and I'm like, I don't know who these people are. I mean, they're kind of cool, but I don't know who these people are. So why should I care about them? It wasn't as bad as like when Lost introduced 2 new characters and you were like, oh my gosh, this is the worst idea ever. It wasn't that bad, but at the same time, like I wanted to know more about what was going on, with other people. The sad thing, Artie, heartbroken in this episode, and that made me very sad because he got dumped. Although he kind of deserved it because you found out he was playing like a Halo marathon and stuff, and he wasn't being a good boyfriend. But still, he's so cute. Maybe it's just because he's in a wheelchair and you automatically like have to feel bad for him, but I just felt bad for him, and now the 2 Asians are together, which, whatever. What's the cheerleader's name again? Quinn. So Quinn becomes head cheerleader again, and so it's kind of like she zips up in her Cheerio uniform, and you're like, all is right in the world. Although I kind of liked her better before when she was just a normal girl, but that's okay. If you love Glee, then I'm sure you'll love this, but I was just I wanted a little bit more, So it's kind of like you've been waiting for your friend to come back, and then your friend comes back, but he's kind of different, and you're like, oh, remember when we used to do this, and remember when, all those good times we had before, and it's more like, yeah, but I'm different now, and it's like, yeah, but I kind of liked you better before. So that's kind of how I feel right now about the return of Glee. But hey, maybe the rest of the season will play out awesomer. So we'll see what happens.